Although I always use small EDC pouches, I've never bought a tech pouch, which might seem strange since for work, I ping-pong between the metal fabrication shop, client offices, on-site shoots, and of course, a non-insignificant amount of travel. So having a single place to store all of my tech accessories is something so many people, including many of you fine folks, have recommended to me. Being abroad now for a multi-month work trip and spending quite a bit of time working in coffee shops, I caved to the love that tech pouches have gotten from so many friends and many of you, and decided to test 3 different tech pouches at 3 different price points to figure out if there's something I will start using. Kicking things off at the lowest price point is the TomToc Tech Pouch. At $35 US, this is a tremendous value. With no exterior compartments, we will immediately open it up, and we can see right away this origami-style central compartment that offers a boatload of organizational options. I still view it as having 3 core areas: this front section with pen loops, fold-over mesh pockets, thin sleeve pockets, and an anchored lanyard. The central section is that origami-style zone with 4 smaller perimeter pockets and a large central diamond pocket. The rear compartment is quite cool. Besides offering the largest potential storage for, say, even the largest laptop charging bricks, it also features this series of 4 flat yet flexible elasticized securing loops. Rounding out the storage options are this flat padded sleeve pocket against the back with a Velcro securing tab. Lastly, the TomToc comes with a bonus, this removable SD card caddy. A nice little touch, attachable to the lanyard for those who have cameras as part of their tech carry, but easily removed and put in a drawer for those who have no need for something like this. Now, one of the biggest challenges with pouches and bags of any sort is that everyone has unique needs, and of course, not everyone uses the same things. So bag product measurements rarely give us any real indication of what we can truly store. Because I'm abroad now with nowhere near as much tech-related stuff I have at home in Toronto, a huge shout out to the neighbors to the left here at my Airbnb in Taipei for letting me borrow some options. So let's load out this TomToc, shall we? As you can see, I have 3 stacks. The everyone stack that includes things like a big laptop charging brick and cable, a phone cable and phone charging brick, and a pen. And even though most people probably don't carry around a pen anymore, I cannot overstate how handy it is to have one. And like everything discussed in this video, this one will be linked down in the description in case you want to check them out for yourself. The second media stack includes things that professional or hobbyist media people might need to add on top of the everyone stack. The niche stack is just a spattering of things that mirror the sizing of items that may be unique to your tech needs. And you'll see that some are not even tech, since it's very plausible that you might want, say, eye drop to be in your tech pouch if your eyes get dry quickly staring at a screen. Kicking things off with the everyone stack, no problems here since again, it's super minimal. Pen goes into one of the dedicated pen loops, and hey, if you're an iPad user, this second pen loop can go an Apple Pencil as well. Ample space to store the largest charging brick for the largest MacBook Pros in that central diamond pocket, and an Anker fast charging brick for a phone can easily slide in here. The cables can get coiled and tucked into any of these perimeter triangular sleeves in the central origami zone. Now, adding items from the media stack, there's one more perimeter triangle, so let's get a spare camera battery in there. A camera remote control for selfie shooting can go into this sleeve on the left, and capturing so much footage, an external hard drive and cable can go into the sleeve on the right. For spillover footage and easier transfer to other people's computers, this SanDisk dual-sided flash drive with USB-C on one side and USB-A on the other can go into this flat lid mesh pocket, while, I don't know, AirPods can go into the other one. I almost forgot the bonus that this TomToc comes with, and since we have been talking cameras, of course the SD card caddy loaded with cards can anchor to that lanyard and tuck into this front main zone. We'll need a card reader, so going into the rear zone, these expandable elasticized loops can accommodate not just this SD card reader, but also anchor a slew of other cables as well. That's plenty for the media stack because as you can see, there's still loads of unused space. So from that niche stack, let's get a full-size multi-tool into this rear padded compartment, since after all it is metallic and heavy, so we want to make sure it does not damage all the other tech stuff in transit. And hey, with a few more elasticized loops, let's get a bottle of eye drops and even this Nightcore EDC33 flashlight into those loops too. And as you can see, not only is there still plenty of usable space up top, but more critically, with all those bulky items sunk to the bottom, this entire tech kit still closes with ease. No need to force zippers or anything. Next up is the Bellroy Tech Kit, and it is our mid-range budget option and also our physically smallest one. Just like the TomToc, there are no exterior pockets nor access points, so let's crack it open. But before doing that, I just gotta say, this gridded ripstop exterior feels so premium. With a full zip wrap zipper, the Bellroy features a book-style lay-flat design. Regardless, you don't need to squint very hard to notice that there are much fewer individual organization pockets, which leads us to our first individual point of consideration, which is, when it comes to compartmentalization, more does not necessarily mean better for your use cases. You see, if you have less tech accessories or bulkier ones, less may in fact be better for you. But let's take a look. Like the TomToc, there is a pen loop right against the spine down the middle. On this top side, we have 2 pockets split right down the middle as well, and you'll notice the jutted corners, which means they can truly accommodate items that are quite thick. Not to mention the material itself is so stretchy and so soft to the touch. On the other side, there's a series of flat yet expandable elasticized loops. 2 large ones and 3 small ones that can accommodate many different things. Closing out the compartments, there is this sleeve pocket that's got a very strong magnetic closure and a small hidden sleeve pocket organizer inside. Doing a sample loadout, one very noticeable thing is how deceptively large this more minimalist design accommodates. The everyone stack goes in with still more than 50% free. To respect your time, I'll just show a few different versions of adding items from both the media stack as well as the niche stack. But the key thing here is that with the pockets, sleeves, and elastics loaded, there's still a significant amount of capacity to have even more things just hanging out loose in the middle, all while retaining ease of closure. Let's move right into our higher end option with the Vertex pouch by Alpaka, which not only has the highest price, but also the largest footprint. Before diving in, this may also be a potential 2-in-1 for you, since it comes with this very robust and padded detachable strap, enabling it to serve double duty, not just as a tech pouch, but also as an everyday carry sling. Right off the bat, you can see that this is the only one of the 3 that has an exterior zipper. However, it is not a separate pocket. To see that zipper in action, we have got to do what we've done with both the TomToc and the Bellroy, and that is to look at the interior. Opening it up, we can immediately see that unlike the other 2 that have a central book-style opening, the Vertex pouch uses almost a box lid style opening design. Right on the lid, we have a mesh-style full-width zipper pocket, which, as you can now see, is where that zipper on the exterior comes into play. You essentially have a home for your most frequently accessed items, which can be reached from both the inside and out. Against the front of the interior is the first compartment with 2 sub-pockets split right down the middle. I really like how stretchy these pockets are and the reinforced elasticized tops. One layer back is this divider that's actually a half-height, tight and secure magnetic closure sleeve, with the most generous pocket behind that, which features a full-width zipper sleeve pocket. Past that is the soft fabric lined sleeve, which accommodates either a Nintendo Switch or an iPad mini, as you can see in Alpaka's own images. And since I'm currently abroad filming this without my Switch with me, as we begin the loadout, I'll get my Traveler's Company notebook in here to simulate what you can accommodate in here if you also carry a small tablet or Nintendo Switch on the regular. Continuing on with the loadout, the everyone stack is of course a non-issue, but one thing I'd like to draw attention to is that even very bulky items can fit, like this awesome waterproof Bluetooth speaker from Sony. Like the Bellroy we checked out before, I'll just continue demonstrating various loadouts that incorporate items from both the media stack and the niche stack. So we've done loadouts where I show some common and not so common items stored in each of these pouches, but organization and storage capacity are just part of what we care about. Appearance is, of course, the most subjective and a matter of personal preference. But beyond the way things look, there's durability, efficiency of access, and perhaps more importantly, how they fit the way we intend to use them in our real individual lives. Durability is the easiest, since if you've been with me for a bit, if nothing else, I never show anything on this channel that does not inspire enough confidence through my own real-world tests to last at the very least, in my opinion, 5 years of daily use and abuse. When it comes to efficiency of access, all 3 are great with access, although of course, the Bellroy wins in this particular department since not only is it more minimal in terms of sheer compartments to avoid clutter, but also employs a complete lay-flat book-style opening design. But on the flip side, if, say, you intend on using this as a portable desk caddy between the office, home office, and cafes, self-standing is probably important to you, and the accordion style of the TomToc with its wide base confidently stands when it's open all by itself, while the large Vertex pouch also stands confidently on its own as well. Perhaps the most important thing to evaluate is if this will accommodate your life, or if you will have to change other aspects of your life to accommodate it. For example, a few months ago, I found what to me is the perfect bag for over 90% of my daily carry use cases for work, my hobbies, and for travel. If I were to adopt a tech case, would it fit inside of this bag, or would I need to go out and find another work bag to accommodate this tech case? For this particular bag that I love and use daily, the Vertex pouch is simply too big to fit inside, while the Bellroy and TomToc do fit. And finally, there's price. Everyone's financial situation is different, so any debate of what constitutes as budget-friendly is pointless. Instead, to me, a much more effective way to evaluate price is to have a clear, personal system that enables you to be confident in the financial side of every single purchase decision you make. And to see the system and 5 rules that work for me, you will definitely want to watch this video right up here. If you're curious about that bag that's perfect for my daily work, travel, and hobby needs, this video down here is the one for you. I'll leave them both on screen for a few seconds so you can choose which one to watch next, but while you're deciding, if you got value, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell so you'll be notified the moment new videos just like this one drops.